So Jesus is the perfect shepherd. Jesus is the perfect shepherd who lays down his life voluntarily, fulfilling the ideal care of God, for ideal image of God's care for what? His people. So now Jesus is what? The perfect shepherd who lays down his life voluntarily. So when people say, did I say Christ should die for me? Hey, calm down. Calm down. It's called voluntarily. So God did not come to ask you, should I die for you? No. He didn't inquire of anybody to say, oh, should I die for this people? No, it's called voluntarily. Voluntarily. Self-voluntarily. He chose to. He didn't consult you before he died for you. Moreover, you never deserve his death. You understand? It's not that he consulted you, so should I die for it? No. He did it voluntarily. That's the word voluntarily. Fulfill the ideal image of God's care for his people. So that's Jesus is the perfect image of God loving his people. Understand? So Jesus is the perfect image of God loving his people. Jesus is the perfect image of God's care for his people. Now, if you want to see how God see the demonstration of God's love, look at Jesus. It's the perfect image. That's why it's called the perfect image. It's the ideal image. So Jesus is the ideal image of God. It's the perfect image of God. It's the what? The ideal image, the perfect image, the only image of God is Jesus. So you can never know God outside Jesus. That's it. So if it says the perfect image, the ideal image, I mean God doesn't have any other image outside Jesus. It's the ideal. Ideal means there's no other one outside this one. Are you telling us that God bestowed all his image to Christ? Christ is the image of God. That's what he's telling you here. He's telling you that nothing else is God's image outside Christ. Means only God, so much authority that is the image of God. It's only the image of God must be God to have so much authority like this. It's only God that has such power to say he's the image of himself. Remember. So that's to tell you Jesus is God Almighty, being the image of God.